If you've been watching this channel, you may be noticing that I'm not wearing my USS Coral Sea ball cap today. And that's because prior to other events of this week, I had been planning something else to talk about, and I'm still going to talk about it. But before I do, about 5 o'clock this morning, I woke up for purposes other than getting up for the day. Now, I tend to leave a TV running in the background, usually on Fox News. Just, for some background noise. Kind of replace my darling wife snoring since she's not here to do that for me anymore. And as I was waking up, I heard that we had recovered the weapons systems officer from that F-15 that was shot down Friday. Wounded but alive. Should be okay. So Friday we had 2 warplanes go down, total of 3 crew members, and we have them all. And this is a joint effort between, as I understand it, the CIA, Special Forces from the Army, Navy SEALs, Marine Recon, Air Force Pararescue, and Air Force Pararescue. I want to bring them up. Now, as a Navy veteran, I was never a big fan of the Air Force. I always thought they were a little soft, but pararescue is a little different than that. And let's face it, anybody who has as their motto, so others may live, willingly laying down their lives for aircrew that have been shot down. You gotta respect that. But I gotta say, I'm very proud of our military. I'm very proud of our CIA for going in, working their behinds off for 2 days plus, and coming out with that weapons systems officer from that F-15, meaning that 2 crew on the F-15, 1 on an A-10 that went down, and we got them all 3 back. Now, I understand that we also sacrificed a C-130 in the process. That we blew it up basically in the desert. Well, it was an expensive airplane, but it's worth more than any human life. I mean, any human life is worth more than that. I could speak if I could say what I meant, it'd help. But yeah, it doesn't have the value of a human life, so, well, that's C-130, so what? That may have been part of the CIA's program that was leading the Iranians off track. But anyhow, to what I wanted to talk about this week. Kids. I spent 21 years tutoring college students in accounting and finance, primarily. I did tutor in other things, sometimes whether I was supposed to or not. Because if a kid had a question and I could help them with it, why shouldn't I? And besides that, if you're tutoring finance, you're tutoring statistics too. It just goes with the program. One of the most frequently asked questions is about calculating standard deviation. That's statistics. That's not truly finance, but since it's used so heavily in finance, you better be ready to deal with it. I spent another year in the classroom with high school, junior high and high school kids. I live in a small town. And junior high and high school are together. And I taught everything from seventh graders to seniors. And I loved it. Now, because of health problems, I ended up leaving that. I'm hoping that the health problems will get better and that I can get back into the classroom somewhere. Because you look at those teenagers, junior high and high school kids, they're the future of this country. They're the ones who are going to lead our communities. They're the ones who are going to lead our businesses. They're the ones who are going to lead our government. They're the ones who are going to lead our military. They're the ones who are going to be our military. And we need those people. And we need those people to understand that being an American is a great thing. And that being from your town is a great thing. This little town, we got some great kids, and I hope a bunch of them hang around and build this town into something way more than it is. But what I'm wearing today is booster gear. You've seen this polo shirt in my classroom on game days, either this one or a red one just like it. You've seen this ball cap at the games. And I am a football fan, but I can't say that I'm a big volleyball or basketball or baseball or track fan, and I never did figure out when and where to go to the golf matches. Most of them weren't here anyway. And I didn't go to any out of town stuff. It just, most of it was a little bit more distant than I was going to have time for after school. But home games, I was there. And the kids knew that I was behind them, behind their activities, their athletics, their music, the National Honor Society, whatever they were doing. I was behind it because I was behind them. Because on the first day of school, they learned. Mr. Wagner at that time was 69 years old. Had been retired for several years, but had come out of retirement for them. They were the future, and that mattered. And they remain the future. And I urge you, both as a booster of their extracurriculars, and as a booster of the school itself, and as a booster of the kids themselves. Our local grocery store hires a lot of high school kids. And he doesn't always need all of them. He quite often has more kids working than he needs. but he hires them just the same because he supports them. And whether you're just in the stands or you're the game announcer, whether you're hiring kids for your business or getting them to mow your lawn or going to their concerts or just talking to them, when you see them around town. Get behind the kids. They're the future. You and I'm an old man. And some of my viewers may be somewhere near my age. Some of you may be a little younger. Most of you are probably not teenagers. But get behind those teenagers. Because if your community, this country, this world is to have a future, that's where it is.